All right, anytime Schools first comes on the show, they've got great topics. Scott and I, we always mention it all the time. We say we are always learning. I love cars, you know this. And I guess the first question, because we're going to do leasing and buying, is now a good time to do either of those?
So right now is a great time. After the holidays, combined with the cold winter months, the foot traffic on the dealer lots really slows down. So with that slower activity, the dealerships are really motivated to move the inventory off their lot, and that usually equates into promotions or discounts on those sales.
Love that.
We want to take advantage of that time.
Oh yeah.
All right. So where are you recommending that we start if we want to take advantage of this kind of winter time and maybe some savings that would exist? What's our first way in?
Well, the first thing you want to do is determine what kind of purchase you want to make, right? So you can buy or you can lease. The downfall of the buying is that you're going to have a higher monthly payment.
Sure.
But the benefit is you get to own that vehicle once you pay off the loan.
Sure.
All right. With leasing, you get a lower monthly payment, and that might be really important to you. You also kind of get the benefit of driving a brand new car every 2 to 3 years. So it comes down to a personal preference and what your needs are to determine what the right purchase is going to be.
So you're a big lease guy. I feel like you are. I've never leased a car. No. You've never leased?
I did, my very first time.
Okay.
Until this last one. So I've never leased up until this last one. And I don't want the lease anymore.
You wouldn't you don't want it anymore.
No, I don't want it because I like what he's saying. You get to keep it at the end. I think if let's ask him. The whole idea behind that is you need a car right away. You can get the car, make some payments, like you're basically renting it, and then you just give it back to them. Some people like that because you just wash your hands of the whole situation, start fresh new, but you're not getting anything in the end of that.
Correct. So on the surface, the lease is really appealing when you compare it to when you purchase a vehicle, right? Because you're paying for the car's value, initial car value, combined with the expected car value at the end of the lease, and then some interest fees. So you don't have to pay down any principal on that, and that keeps that payment really low and affordable. You're getting the car in its best years, so you got low maintenance. That's going to save you money, and then you get to be able to just trade it in and get a new one.
Move on.
The downside of that is if you trade it in and get a new one again and again and again, you're going to have a car payment that never ends, right?
For the rest of your life.
And so if you're thinking short term, it's great. In the long term, there's problems with that, right? And then there's also mileage restrictions when you lease a car.
See, that's the thing. Yeah.
If you do a lot of road trips or commuting for work, that could be a lot of fees when you turn it in.
And for you, the mileage really comes into play because of the number of times you're going to the car wash. That's actually
exactly right. I'm just on my way to, and it's not even my car that I'm washing. When you think about it, it's somebody else's car. But we have to take care of that because if there's issues at the dealership, then they're not even going to give us.
Yeah, they'll charge you more fees for wear and tear. The biggest takeaway for leasing is just to understand that you do not own that car. Yeah. So when that lease expires, you don't have anything to show for your money over those years.
I saw your fancy pros and cons list about leasing. You have one for buying too?
Yeah. So buying, I think the advantage is the flexibility. So if you don't have mileage restrictions, you don't have wear and tear fees that you have to worry about, right? And that kind of creates this freedom for you. The downside though is you're going to have probably a higher monthly payment. There's probably going to be a large down payment required in order to get the financing. Yeah. You're also going to be in charge of the maintenance costs for the longevity of that car. So more costs in that regard, but I think there's more benefits because at the end of the day, you get to keep that car, and then you can choose to have no payment and continue driving it. Or if you want to trade it in or sell it, that information's in your pocket, right? You're in control of that situation.
It's really a tough thing to do. I mean, I know you recently bought one, so you're going to be able to keep it, but by the time you pay it off, if you don't have the cash up front, which I don't think that's the smart thing to do either. Maybe it is, but.
No, it's better to put a down payment if you can.
Better put a down payment, right? So you're still liquid kind of. Then you're going to have high miles, and it might be time to get a new car anyway. Right? So it's like, And
where do we turn, Jonathan?
Which one do we go with?
It really, like I started in the beginning, right? It comes down to your personal lifestyle. However you're going to choose to utilize that vehicle, leasing could be better for you or purchasing could. So you really have to analyze and think about how you're going to be using that vehicle before you make the decision of how you want to move forward.
And if you need a little help with the decision and a little counsel along the way,
Schoolsfirst is here for you.
There you go.
As always.
See how he did that?
It's amazing. Raised his hand too.
Schoolsfirst Federal Credit Union. Jonathan does it again, helping us out. 569-5400 is the phone, website, the Instagram, everything you need. Great job. Now we got all that cleared up.